All, all right. Hello, everybody. How we doing today? This is the UHL Podcast, also known as the Degen Podcast. I have Tribe here with me. This is spilling a little bit. That's tough. We got Shlarchey and the Gr8 Haxby. Just to lead off real quick.
Oh, shit.
Trulies, bro. Trulies.
Raspberry tea.
Who's drinking Trulies in
That's a
20?
good rip.
It's always a good rip.
Sauce.
All right. No, that's literally, I would have definitely did a fucking beer, but I have no cans of beer. I'm a bottles guy. I got some of that on my sock, and I'm kind of upset. All right. Well, welcome back. This episode should be a little bit more entertaining because we have fucking two dipshits on the pod. And also, if you might have noticed,
What do you mean? You always have two dipshits on the podcast.
Percent more now.
We don't have the Ginge again because he's probably picking up chicken nuggets. Missed both his UHL games tonight. Pretty much he's getting cut.
Fully MIA.
Always. All right. So yeah, we do have Shlarchey here, owner of Toronto, and we have Haxby, another member of Chicago. We typically before we had Tribe, me, Kuz, all members of Chicago. It was kind of a biased podcast, so we had to balance that out by getting Haxby back in here just to be a fucking degenerate.
It's true. I'm up there.
All right, so let's lead off with we'll get Shlarchey. And we wanted to have him on here for a nice interview. He was one of the original management groupings of the league and one of the top two teams right now. Shlark, good to have you, buddy.
Thanks for having me. I'm glad to be on here.
Well, yeah, you've been bothering me every fucking week for it, so.
I know, dude. I mean, the people want me on, you know. I've been getting DMs saying, why don't you hop on, you know?
I told Tribe before everybody got on, I was like, my favorite part about doing this is every fucking guest we get, like just seeing what they actually look like in real life.
Yeah.
Makes me so happy.
I've sent pictures all the time.
You send pictures of your feet.
Yeah, but
that's. I mean,
whoa, what's going on?
I'm pretty sure you have more hair on your toes than I see on your face. Which isn't a negative thing because the man just has the hairiest fucking toes.
Yeah, my toes are iconic. I don't make the rules.
I mean, you're not gonna shave your toes, that's for sure.
I've done it, and they grow back so fast.
Well, maybe you are gonna shave your toes.
I need to get a wax treatment. All right, Shlarchey, so good to have you. I guess we'll just lead off your interview. Won't keep it too long. First things first. How do you think your season's going so far? Some ups, some downs.
I think our team's pretty good, but the Veil's gonna be the real factor. A lot of people have LG on my team, like NHL, PSN, and Xbox, so the times kind of interfere. So like we'd be doing a lot better, but a lot of our guys have like other leagues and other commitments. So plus we have a lot of Habs fans. I'm glad they're done now, so they can get some more. So,
now they're depressed.
You know, I'm sorry about that, Montreal, but you know, at least you got fucking time for some UHL.
Yeah, what a thing to look forward to.
Do you think that the availability, or are they the type of people that where it's, you know, you run into the teams where like no one gives a shit about the regular season?
Oh yeah, that's it.
But they'll show up for the playoffs and like it's just a matter of getting to there.
Yeah, because like the whole thing is like everyone makes playoffs, right? So like say we lose a game, like we need to not care because we just need to have our guys ready for playoffs for sure.
Yeah.
All right, dang. So since you were one of the first, like you guys were one of the first teams to really be an ownership group, what do you think of the league so far? Like, do you see is it better than IOHL in your mind? Is it gonna be better than IOHL? Do you think you're gonna stick around? Just get your thoughts on the league.
Honestly, I think it's definitely ran better than IOHL. I think it's like more organized. IOHL was kind of like chaotic. No one knew the rules. There's actually like a good rule book in this league, and IOHL is kind of like whatever Trump said. No offense to Trump, but like no one really knew what was going on other than him. I think a lot of this league like pretty much knows all the rules, every owner, so there's not as much stipulations.
You had that, and you had Tank just doing coke every day, so
yeah,
really, it was a tough look for
sell some, bro. He offered if I wanted to sell something and buy it. Like, no, bro.
And talent wise, I mean, I think there's as good of talent. I think like at the draft it was worse, but now since a lot of people with the RAs and the people bringing in people, I think it's a little bit better than IOHL has ever been. Maybe like early IOHL. But I was only in like the last 3-4 seasons of IOHL, so.
Yeah, I mean, a shout out to Philly too. I mean,
yeah,
I guess both different management groups were both good, but obviously now Reader's left and it's Bones and everybody. But I mean, that gives you a third good team, and I don't know, like Seattle and Vegas are kind of like on the fringe of being there, but not like quite the deepest team. They're kind of one of those one-line teams. So, I mean, but there is some good talent. Like it's shocking. I mean, the thing I think that it needs to get better is just better owners around the board.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, will happen is like as long as the league sustains, then you'll see more guys keep coming in and balling out. But so as the season's gone on so far, I guess this is a little fun question.
All right.
Who's been your best player? I won't say your worst player because that's kind of throwing someone under the bus, but who's been, I guess, the most toxic?
Do it.
Who's been? I mean, you can say it so as you think of worst. Oh God, no! Please don't do that. We can get traded. Who's been your best player? Who's been the biggest like locker room guy? Who's been the most toxic? You can just kind of shout out some guys.
That's actually a tough one.
He doesn't want to say himself. That's all this boils down.
That's yeah. I'm basing this question.
I mean, on paper, like, yeah. I mean, I have been the best player, but like, I won't say myself just because it's a little bit messed up. I think Lefty's actually impressed me. I thought Lefty was gonna be like like one of the like 3-4 guys. I think he's been the most consistent defenseman that's played, and I'm not just saying that. I like to bust Lefty's balls a lot. As you can see in the chats, I'm always saying you suck and shit, but like he's been the most consistent defenseman on the team for sure. So I'd say him.
Who's been your most toxic player? I have a strong guess.
Honestly, we have a lot of them. I think, dude, I don't want him to. You get mad if I say it.
Do it.
It's definitely. Is it Millsy?
Hey, come on.
No.
I don't even know who's on that team, but
I'd say Volcom. Just because
that's
like,
all right. I think Volcom. I don't think Volcom would be
the better right wing.
Volcom knows though, like.
That's what I was gonna say. I think Volcom knows he's toxic, but like
he hasn't been that bad. It's just like a couple games our D-men, have been a little bit like more offensive than his pleasing, and they have to be really defensive when he plays, obviously, because he hangs high.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the hard part about banana leagues too, is defensemen kind of get bored and they want to play. I mean, I know that, and same thing with me, like me, Cav, Semp, we all play up heavy, and so it costed us a little bit. Fucking tonight, I was a turnover machine in these 2 games.
Yeah, but like I don't think it's too bad. It's fine.
All right. So looking forward to, I mean, obviously it's only, is it week 3 now?
I believe so.
All right. Who would you say is your biggest competition? I guess you give like your it doesn't have to be one team, but who do you think is going to be the biggest competition come playoffs? And do you have any like rivalries, I guess you would say?
I think it's got to be the Flyers, right? I mean, like they just had the best team on paper. I don't know how much their like certain players are going to be committed towards the end. Like obviously they're all like sick players, but like is fucking Unique Sniper, Hebert, and Mace going to want to show up? Like
I'm pretty sure no. Maze and Unique Sniper are gone.
No, dude. They fuck you guys. They both showed up against Ottawa today.
Did they?
God.
Unique did, and they fucking ran defenseman bills the whole game.
Well, so that's something that should be brought up because from what I was led to be believed was both of them were supposed to be leaving since they were part of the last management group.
Unique is staying. I know that much because he played both tonight against us.
Okay. I honestly hope, I think it would be more competition if they stayed, but I really hope they kind of leave just because They literally got so many players, and like the bottom two teams messed out and gave them Oki for free, and like it's just like building a super like Juicy Hodge got claimed for by them because they're at the bottom of the standings, even though like we had the last pick in the waivers. So I thought like we'd be number 1 in the waiver claim since we didn't use it, but the waiver thing got reset after week 2 to the bottom team. So I didn't know that's how it worked. I don't think it works like that in any other league or anything.
Well, that might be something we look at to like bring up as a suggestion to change for the next season. But like,
I wouldn't have been mad if the other two teams got someone like that. But since Flyers were already stacked anyways, they shouldn't have been able to claim Juicy.
I mean, that might be something to bring up to staff about that.
Structured to actually avoid what did happen, because what the deal is that it's structured like that because say they had that turnover, the first turnover of management, and they went out and killed it, right? They actually like played their games and killed it. Then their record would have jumped. It resets back to record. However, no one showed up after the first one, and some people stayed. So it ended up kind of working backwards a little bit. Normally, it would actually work pretty well, that reset, because we witnessed it in like sort of, other leagues with it. Is like you get this turnover in management or whatever, or you make some trades and you get stacked, and then you're still in the same waiver order, So I get what you're saying. But I think in the long run, it makes sense to have it be that way, Yeah.
I'm also being just selfish because I wanted him. So at the same time, it was probably smart. But I'm not really even mad, really, anyways, because Flyers just aren't as deep as us, anyways. They have probably better in top talent, but we have definitely like 2-3 lines.
I see that they do have Oki and they do have Shy South now sitting in their DC, which
I just don't see them wanting to play with the other lines because not all of them can play together, right? And if they do, then their second line's screwed.
Well, it's also a long season, but like I mean, real quick to go back to what I was saying, I was like, my thoughts with Unique Sniper and Maisie, like if they're actually going to stay in the league, my thoughts were they should go into RA because since they were brought in as a management group, they shouldn't be allowed to stay on a team and then have a whole new management group brought in. Yeah, like that's kind of leading to them to become too stacked. You should put Unique and Maze back into an RA and, I mean, clarify with them first, like, hey, you want to stay in this league? Because if you do, then we're going to put you in RAs. And you run the risk of going to a bad team, but, you can still be traded and shit. But to let them stay and play, and from what I was told, they were supposed to be taken off the team. So, I mean, I'm not trying to fuck Philly. Like, I want Philly to be good, but, like, at the same time, for, going back to my favorite D-Vets quote for the parody, you can't fucking let, all these guys keep coming into a new management group. Because, like, if that's how it's going to be, like, fuck, I'll tell Dempsey to quit and just I'll take management and bring in 4 new fucking guys and then whatever, have a stacked team. And then I'll have Dempsey rejoin and RA himself to us.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's fucked, but I forgot my second point now. I had a little too much to drink already.
Fine.
Anyway, I also am super fucking wet. I spilled a beer already.
That last Pacifico, you pretty much just poured all over yourself.
I literally, because I did the fucking fast pound back. Because whenever I fucking troll, really, I just like to go with a straight vertical with it. So it's
Haxby, what are you mixing with the knocking boots?
Vodka or knocking boots and iced tea, bro.
Dude, this kid literally drank 2 bottles of wine last week.
Yeah, that's easy, games. Bro. I wanted to drink more, but I couldn't afford it at that time. It's unfortunate.
Haxby, can we get a quick? Oh my god,
bro. Then I have to do angles, bro. I'm sitting in my bed because I don't have a.
No, this is baby.
Oh my. Very flexible.
Don't look good.
I actually dead ass didn't hear you say something about the feet and thought that was his hand for a second. He was mortified.
No, the fact that he pulled out his feet that quickly, for no reason. Yeah, and
he's like, "Oh, I was naked before this podcast. I had to throw on a headband and a shirt."
Somebody did ask, they're like, "Is Haxby coming on naked?" I was like, I honestly would not be surprised.
How funny would that be?
People would pay for that.
That's what I'm saying.
So
am I getting interviewed now?
Yeah, you wait 1 second, you fuck.
Oh, I don't know. You're making me yes.
So Shlarchey, I guess I mean last question from me. Tribe might have one for you, but looking forward, based off what you've seen so far, is there anything you would like changed or adjusted moving forward? Or any, your pretty much suggestions on how the league can be run better, make teams more balanced, anything like that.
Yeah. Okay. So that last point that I was saying with the whole waiver thing, and a little bit with the teams bringing in people and then quitting, then bringing in more and keeping those. But other than that, I can't think of anything at the top of my head at the moment. But if I think of something in a bit, I'll
I mean, feel free to mention it later on, but we'll go on. Tribe, do you have any questions for Shlarchey?
Yeah, I have one question for sure.
Of course.
So it seems like that the bringing in 6 people thing is kind of out the window after this season. It was an upstart, obviously, to like boost numbers and shit. So whatever, we'll call it a wash. Would you because of how this season has played out and it's going to change? I don't even know if they're going to do GM, AGM. They might just do GM. I'm not sure. Would you look to own? Is that something like management or ownership continually in this league?
I'm very busy and I'm going to be in college soon. So I think I'll run in an AGM kind of thing. Sure. If I have time, I'll do sweat, but I don't want to be responsible for everything kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. So you would take management, because I think a big for successes in the league is having good players be in management and having people knowing who the fuck to pick up and draft and things of that sort are in management positions. Because that's the one sort of thing about the disparity in the league, I'd say this season, is half the teams, I know that Poppy was supposed to own a team and dropped out, and there was a couple of owners that dropped out last minute who would know what they were doing and talking about. A couple of the owners were giving out fat contracts to people that didn't deserve it. Obviously, we saw that. So I think having, management that is good, talented, and ownership that's good, talented will kind of help this league grow. So I was wondering your thoughts on that.
That's definitely a huge thing. People won't want to sign up for the league if they see all the crap owners, right? People only signed up to get on 2 different teams because those 2 teams were had good management, and the other maybe 8 were bad. And not saying that they couldn't build a good team, right?
But I mean, even saying it's not even just bad. It's sometimes it's just unknown. You don't know who the guy is.
You're right. But if you don't know them, you assume that they're bad, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Most of the time, these biggies are expect
you know who the biggies are. Yeah, I get what you mean.
So if you got good management, more good players will sign up, and then the league will definitely grow from that. It's always hard to get good management. You gotta convince them somehow. I'd say I don't know how you would do it, but I don't know, try to get a sponsorship for winning something, winning the thing, something stupid. And it doesn't even matter, just something.
No, I do actually really agree with that.
Want to get in and get that, right? It could be a $20 McDonald's card. People will actually play for that.
I mean, I agree with that. Even if it's just something as simple as doing every fucking play, every player,
a 30-pack, bro.
Every player on the winning team gets a $5 gift card or some shit. Tony management gets
I know no one wants to pay
some
to
type
play
of incentive. If you can get some type of incentive.
There used to be in Haxby, you're probably the only one that was around when this was a thing besides me. I feel in old IOHL, sometimes there was Xbox gift cards or some shit.
Yes, someone did do prizes.
Don't get me started on this topic.
Do any of you run NLGE? Fucking, I think Tank ran that as well. He'd winners of awards would get $20 or whatever.
So that's what I'm sort of.
So if you win the Art Ross, you get $20. I remember a season me and Chislet sweep the awards. We got 120 between us. We both got 4 2 6s. We were just lit.
Yeah. I don't remember if it's the last season or no, it was the second to last season of IOHL. Rebel put out a thing 3/4 through the season was if you win an award, you'll get a $10 gift card.
I do
won one of the season awards, and I won the fucking Norris for the first time ever. The only time I really didn't even deserve it. I didn't deserve it. I didn't deserve it, but I won it because like it was playoffs. It was popularity, and it was also like by the time they did the awards like voting, it was mostly just playoff teams by that point. So like obviously everyone on Chicago or whatever team I was on voted, Minnesota voted for me, and then like a few other guys on other teams who know me voted for me. So like it was a charity award, whatever. After the season ended, Holy was like, "Yeah, we're not doing that this season." I was like, so I got bullshitted. My $10 gift card for winning the Norris.
Like, there was someone who would give out like decent Xbox gift cards too when that was a thing. I think like
someone did it.
Out,
I remember that.
$35, $40 like gift cards on like for Xbox and shit.
Well, yeah, and it's like,
and then
I think it's worth it. Like if you're really invested like in the league to like make it successful, like put that in incentive out there. Like even if it's just for the management. And then maybe the management
we'll try.
You do like, yeah, and then you still get players to buy in, and like then from there the managers can be like, well, if you try hard, we'll break down the gift card and hand it out to all the roster players, and then any TC players that play over 5 or so games or whatever the fuck you want to do. I mean, you can break it down however you want, but I think it would be better to it would help bring in some guys. I mean, even, fucking kids will play for anything. You offer them some stupid trophy in the mail, and they'll fucking come in here and play just so they can put it in the shout box.
Everyone gets free pizza or some shit, dude. I kid you not, bro.
Yeah, but tell everybody you'll
gonna want some free pizza, bro.
Yeah. So I mean, I agree. I think it's bringing in better owners. I mean, but like also going back off what Tribe said, it's not even just about bringing in like talented players on management, because like you have guys like. Let me preface this and say like. There's some teams that have good management that are just good managers and not necessarily the best players.
I mean, how about this? Good example. I'll put myself on the line. My last season in IOHL. Am I the best defenseman? No. I'm competent, but I knew people. I fucking know how to run a team, and we won the cup.
Well,
you know what I mean?
And like
that's sort of it.
Same thing with Chicago. Like Pot and Earth, like they're both decent players, but Pot will be the first one to tell you he's like, I'm not the best player, but he's just like, I know how to build a team that runs well and plays together and remaining meeting time, upgrade to pro.
What did you do?
Hold on a minute. No. I'm going to take a quick pause here because Zoom's going to shit on my face. All right, we're fucking back. I had to buy a $15 subscription so that Zoom wouldn't cancel my fucking recording. So... here we are. I'm down $15 for the UHL. There you go. There's your somebody fucking reimburse me. Aces? I need it. Anyway, I don't remember where we left off. I'm pretty sure we just finished interviewing Shlarchey, so I guess we'll just move on. Thanks, Flark. You're welcome. Hang around. If you got to head out, you can head out. If you want to stick around and buzz with us, feel free. I'm
down to climb.
So we had a surprise guest join us. Because I was a little disappointed that Kuz couldn't show up, but the Gr8 Haxby joined us today. Just right to buzz because he was banging, trying to get some club games in. Nobody was down, so he's like, "Let me just hop on the pod and get drunk." It's depressing. After this, I got you, Haxby. We'll play some club or some drafts. We can bang.
No take backs. Okay.
We got nothing else to do tonight. Unless my girl tries to FaceTime me, in which case. I'm just going to decline that anyway and put
then you add me in. Then you add me in.
No, I don't know about that. All right. Anyway, so Haxby, I mean, obviously you're on my team. You're on Chicago. I don't want to get too biased with the question, so I figured we'd keep yours a little bit lighter. So Haxby, I mean, I guess I had like some serious ones. So like, you obviously are what LG NHLer, right?
Yep.
How did it feel to fall to the end of the second round, and why do you think owners have a difficulty like noticing good talent? Like what can owners do to find better talent or like realize who's in the draft? Like what would you recommend to them to like figure that shit out?
Well, when it comes to banana leagues, it seems a lot of the banana owners look towards their friends early when no one really cares about them. Like maybe they could look towards LG stats or like past season stats for any banana league. Like that could be a thing. I mean, LG stats are an easy thing because it has so many like different league seasons. Like I'll look at players myself when I was managing IOHL before this was a thing. IOHL was basically this. But I'd look at Killzone. It's like Killzone is like man nowadays, but like he's still better than a lot of the people I play against. You can
I mean that's something I always did.
A lot of
in
players
IOHL too.
fine. Like you look at stats and like if they have past of doing like good, they can usually get back to if they're with good players.
I mean that's what I've always told people. I mean, like when I owned an IOHL for the last season, I made like a top 4 team, and literally all I did was look at everybody's LG stats. And I mean that's not like a full guarantee because there are some guys that hide under the radar, and like I know some LG teams just go to like the leaderboards on NHL and they look at like who's the top 6s player in fucking drop-ins, and they're like, all right, come scout for us and come see if you can play. And sometimes you find a buzzer. Like I know my CHL team, I'm on the CHL because I suck ass. They found like a fucking goalie that was like top 15 in the world at goalie, and he has 1 loss so far this season in the CHL, and he was a buzzer last year.
Fine, there is, but like you have to
just
put in the work to find them.
Do you think that a lot of the situations with that is owners being dumb, or is it more, or not necessarily dumb, but dumb and not doing research, or are people actually like scared? Because I mean, I know that sounds stupid, but there are definitely intimidation factors for a lot of people who think they're just going to get egoed.
I mean, there's a lot of ego players.
I think it's more like people don't do the work.
I agree.
Like, if I'm doing the work, like I guess I have a bit more like known status, but like I want to message people before, see if they play for me, etc. But like I understand like some people won't play for some people, and we all know that. So like I've been always the type I'll play for anyone, but I know some people won't play for like my owner. Example, Canadian Bacon when I was with fucking IOHL Vancouver. They no chance they would have played for Bacon, but as I was there, I got him.
Well, yeah, you and Chislett had a little bit of a name factor.
Name factor helps for sure, but at the same time, it's not everything. If you're a good guy and they're a good person, they'll try for you. They'll like work. If you're really bad and you're a prick, aka like maybe Poopy Snoopy, you might not get that fucking leniency.
I think one of the biggest things that I sort of as like an owner in the past have done is I'll always draft who the fucking best player is on the best player that I need. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And what I end up doing,
that's the simple play, and usually they know good players anyway.
Yeah.
So.
And so that's what I'm going to say is a big thing that then I do is I'll either message them directly after I draft them, and I'll be like, hey, do you see anybody on the board that you would like to play with? Is there anybody that you think we should go after? And then I also like owners who are listening, if you don't think or are scared, dude, tell them if we suck and won't make the playoffs by the deadline, I'll move you to a playoff.
That's a smart play.
100%.
I would do that every time to start a season. Hey, we're gonna have a good time. Like, give me a week to work out the kinks. Like, if we suck at the deadline, like I'll move you to a team that's gonna make the playoffs. Because if you play good for me, then I owe you.
Well, and here's my input. Like the last season I owned, the first time I ever like really GM'd and like pretty much I kind of was the owner. Like I owned with Moss, but like he was kind of like had a lot of shit going on, so I pretty much owned the team. And my mistake was when I drafted both the guys I wanted, which were top tier hella points guys. I looked them all up on LG. I found the top guys. I made my list of like who I wanted, who was my backup if somebody got taken, whatever. My other problem was I took a lot of my owner's friends because I didn't draft friends. I was like, I'm not going to do it. I've seen the problem with it before. It just doesn't pay out because then you can't trade anybody. You get stuck. But I was like, all right, I'll take some of his friends because they were good. Some of them underperformed, and then I was kind of in a fucking shit box because like now I can't move anybody because they'll quit because it's Banana League and they don't want to play for anybody else. And it ended up fucking me like once, and so I just couldn't make any trades. So the problem that's like, and I know a lot of guys say they want to like draft their friends. It's Banana League. I want to play my friends. How often do your friends want to play and lose fucking 10 times a week? Probably not a lot. So it's better off to just not bring your friends and draft better players. And if they don't want to play, Tell them, hey, just like Tribe said, hey, I'll trade you to the better team. Just show up, and as long as you show up, I'll move you, and I'll do the best I can. But also, a lot of the times, those good players will buy in if they see you put the work in and you're drafting and making trades and doing shit to like when I drafted, I took a lot of guys that didn't know me or maybe barely knew me but didn't know me as an owner. But as long as you're taking guys that they see like, oh fuck, that's a good player, that's a good player, that's a good player. All right, I'll buy in and I'll try. You get a little bit more effort.
That's true.
So less of a serious question, Haxby. How many times this season have you been fucked up for games?
How many games have I played? I have no idea.
I knew you were gonna say something like that.
I think you've only played six so far.
I think it's around 6. I don't know. I don't know. I missed a couple because I don't know. I was drunk.
So I mean,
I couldn't remember. I don't know, something like that.
But so I mean,
I'm not trying to scum. It's just sometimes I don't remember. I told him to change. I don't have notifications on, so when I check, I go the @. I get @ for like my name, and then I check like group chats for people I know, like groups I know. Now that we have a new fucking Discord picture, I'll look at that more often.
Did they actually change it?
Yeah. Not to what I wanted, but they did. It took a while for me to find it, but it looked like I had 3 in a row of like the same. All 3 of them were 2 of them were Chicago, one's Washington. How am I supposed to know? And 2 of them I never looked at, like I never wanted to. Now I know.
So actually, I mean, seeing as you were, a former owner in IOHL and everything, what would be your suggestions to improve the league based off what you've seen so far?
Holy fuck. I could have made a million suggestions for IOHL. I haven't really looked at the rules. I don't know if anything's really changed, but like so far it's being run better. It's like it's less biased. Like some of the staff I thought they were biased, like they didn't like me for no reason, but like so far it's looking nice. I don't know if I could. I just had no idea that'd be a question.
I'll give you an easier one since obviously you came in a little bit hot to show up. So far, based off who you've played this season, or like who do you think has been the toughest team that you've played? Or who would you say is the biggest competition looking down the stretch?
Fuck. Who's that team that beat me the first time? Was it Toronto? I don't know.
Oh, Vegas. No, it was Vegas. You guys lost. You lost to Vegas twice. I've lost them
twice. It's Vegas. It has to be Vegas. The first time they used the fattest guy of all time on defense, and he never missed a post. Tonight, their goalie did not make a save. It was ridiculous. But, like, honestly, it doesn't really matter.
I mean, obviously Toronto and Philly are some top teams.
Toronto and Philly I know they have good players, but, like, Vegas is the only one I've had trouble with so far. Makes no sense, but we have. But I'm not really scared of any team. We're gonna crush them.
All right. Well, Tribe, you got any questions for Haxby?
Nope.
What the heck? I wanted one more.
One more? All right, let me
give me something good. Something
call me off again. This guy just shows up and expects to have a list of questions.
Man,
I'll do back-to-back weeks if it makes you feel better.
How about this?
Oh, yeah.
I got one for you then, because it's kind of sort of goes in line with what I said to Shlarchey. Would management ownership for you in the future be something that you would do in this league? I mean, granted, the rest of the season runs smooth and sort of plays out as it has been.
As someone who has lived for IOHL in the past, and this is basically it without the shitty part, yes, I would do it. But one thing I would improve for next season, which I know this was like a bait for people to do it this season, I would do probably 2 management and 1 free contract. I understand like you want to like bring people in, but like 6 players is like a lot. You could probably do 4 or 5, maybe 4 tops.
I think 4 would be a nice safe zone.
4 would be nice.
An owner and a GM, and then like 2 free contracts.
Yeah. But like,
or maybe even like set a limit, be like you have to have like one forward, one D-man. You can only have one at each position group of the players you bring in.
Or if you're a returning player, maybe you can bring back like an extra player, something like
a 2-season contract kind of thing.
like a small contract player. Like
I like the
you can only do one.
I think that's a fair.
If you can bring back a re-sign and then you have two management, one other guy and then a re-sign, maybe that like entices people.
Yeah. Because if you have a good roster from the season before and like you want to like come back, but you don't think you'll be able to get that guy because he's going to be a first type of like round player.
I mean,
then you'll want to own the next season.
I assume this is like the last season before 20, maybe one more like a tourney. But like if I were taking a team, it'd be in the winter because like nothing happens here in the winter. I have nothing better to do.
Well, I think that's what a lot of people honestly own is winter because like that's when I'm most likely to own. Like I don't want to own. Like I was only going to own an IHL in the summer because like everybody wants to be out doing shit. You know, it's nice outside. People don't want to be inside playing hockey. Besides, like unless you're fat and just can't move out of your chair, then like maybe you don't want to fucking go outside. But like most of the time when I want to own is like it's the same thing. It's fall.
It's not that I don't want to own in summer. It's just like I don't have the time. Like I'd rather be doing other things.
Exactly.
It's not like I wouldn't do it. I would do it. If I could, I'd own in like 5 different leagues. But I know I just don't have the time, and I prioritize leagues.
Yeah.
So like.
All right. Well, those were 2 fun interviews. I mean, we're happy to have you both back on. I mean, you guys are obviously probably going to stay here and just get fucked up and just keep joining us. But, Tribe, I know you have 2 special segments you like to lead off.
I can chill here while you guys talk? And
you can stay, Haxby.
Can I chip in? Okay, swag. I'll lurk and drink.
So, Tribe, you have a segment you like to... There are 2 different segments I know you are fond of.
Let's do Asshole of the Week. And I think, we sort of talked about it a little beforehand. It's got to go to the Detroit owner, right?
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, and he's the one who brought in the Asshole of the Year from last episode, Mein Kampf.
Totenkopf.
Yeah, and then defending him openly in the fucking main chat. So fuck that guy too. So
huge fuck that guy.
Asshole of the Weeks from Detroit.
Do we have any honorary mentions?
Honorary.
I think Poppy Badmatch should just be an honorary mention every fucking week. That guy's a fucking cunt bag.
He doesn't stop talking in that main chat, dude. Like saying
never.
Can I say horrible things in here? Because like I want to.
I mean, nothing that's gonna be like
bannable, obviously.
Yes.
Like, I don't say bannable.
If you want to call somebody a stupid cunt bitch, like by all means, go ahead.
Haxby, you had Faroukian on your team, I remember. Season.
Poppy Badmatch is the Faroukian.
Badmatch? Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not a big guy to roast Badmatch because he's been always chill with me, but he's not very good at the game. But I'll play with the guy. He's pretty ass, actually. Yeah. At the same time, though, Shlarchey thinks he's sick and fucking sucks. Fucking shitter. He's like the 4th best right wing in the league. Grow up.
Pastor, you want to go around the podcast and just insult all of us? Since you just already let off.
All right, can I be out now?
I don't know. I feel like Tribe tried to ban me before.
Oh,
I don't think I have anything.
You're always the one that would come to me and complain to me, and I would try to do whatever I could for you.
Yeah, because all the IOHL staff were scums. There was 2 good ones, and I forget them. Maybe you were one of them.
Probably Tribe. Tribe was the best. Tribe and D-Vets were honestly my favorites.
I either told Tribe was the best or he was the worst. I feel like he was best.
He's probably the best. Tribe was the best.
I could check my DMs.
Yeah, Tribe and I had
who's the guy
back and forth relationship. Is he still in this league?
Maybe was it? We had Pat.
Kidney Bean.
Kidney Bean. Oh yeah, Kidney.
No, Pat. If Kidney's listening right now, fuck you, Kidney.
Fuck you,
fucking
Kidney,
ruined everything multiple times.
He pissed me off and then made me fucking
Kidney
dickhead to Tribe. Like
Tribe and Tibby were the people I liked.
Yeah.
I went to Tribe or I went to D-Vets. I know a lot of people have hard feelings about D-Vets, but D-Vets was at least fair with his rulings. But are you gonna insult me or what's going on here?
I don't have anything to insult you with. Have you done anything to me? I don't know. You're pretty average at the game and your headband's pretty sus. Like what?
He put it on for you.
It's nice. That rolls into the next segment, which is people that want to say mean things to Glizzy from around the league. So I only have
things I want to say. Fuck.
I only have 3 submissions. One is from my favorite liar. He said CNS is way better than you, and that he carries you every time you guys play together.
Yeah, he should have played Monday and saw how that went.
So I got 2 anonymous ones, which is weak, by the way.
Oh my God, really?
One said, "Why did you cut a mullet into your own hair? It's disgusting." And the other goes, "You look like a French fuck."
He does look like a French fuck.
Does look French.
He does look French as fuck. My hair's not long enough to go mully through.
Wow.
I don't know who said that I cut a mullet in. I actually don't have a mullet at all.
We see it without.
He's talking about your pubes.
Let's see it. Sideways.
Whoa. I mean,
It
it's
just
getting
doesn't
there.
look like. It's all. I just got a haircut. It's just lighter on the sides because the top's long.
Yeah.
I could
need
see
a
him
haircut,
mullet.
bro.
Rotation? I'll give you a rotation.
Doggo.
I don't think that's a mullet, for the record.
No. I have said though, I will go mullet if the Blackhawks or the Bears win another championship. If either one of them, either one of my teams wins another ship, I'm gonna go mullet. So be on the lookout.
All right.
Well, so that won't happen.
Listen. All right, I don't need that negativity in this fucking atmosphere here.
Now we're gonna talk. What are we going into? Stat standings.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about stats and standings.
Then I do have them up right now.
Yeah, I'm pulling over right now. If you want to lead off.
I have nothing to lead off with because I don't have them up either.
I got him.
That's good.
Shlarchey, you still leading the league?
At the moment, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be first for sure.
Oh wait, I did.
Are you gonna win the
I'll
cup?
let you try.
Am I gonna win the
up.
cup?
I did have 3
We'll see.
shots.
Shlarchey, I will switch to D just to beat you in playoffs.
I could see it.
I did have 3 I guess questions / shout outs. I hope this expands a little bit more. Guys, everyone in the league, I do like to do where if you have questions you want to ask to us or to you just want to ask in general. We've had people be like, oh, why don't you talk about this player or whatever. We've done this in UHL before. Feel free to ask questions to us, me, Tribe, Kuz. You can send us DMs, probably me or Tribe because Kuzi is fucking AFK. He's a dumb, stupid bitch. But send us questions, or if you want to do a shout out to somebody on your team that you think's doing good, or if you just want to shout yourself out, fuck it. I mean, I don't give a fuck. But I did have 2. Oh, we did actually have something else before we go into stats and standings, because we were going to talk about Philly and Detroit's new owner, who messaged me and told me that he's everything. But so Bonesy wanted me to shout out the entire Philly team for showing up this week and just being a really good team, which is kind of fucking lame, Bonesy, you fucking nerd.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Haxby, can you figure it out? Semp asked me to call Kuzi, aka DX Lisi, aka Vrana Cooks, a bitch. So
the shitter.
Yeah, that makes sense.
he was supposed to be here for it, but yeah, Semp called you a
My
bitch.
liney.
Yeah, he's
What a
supposed to be
coward.
on your line
What
if
a-
he
what
ever
a guy.
shows up. And then Scyther asked, which ties into our previous statements, why is Bad Mash elite? Which the answer to that question is he's fucking not.
He's
He's
not.
not at all.
Yeah.
No one's ever said he's elite. Who ever
Also,
said
and I
that?
want to go back in, Stooley said that he's a Vezina candidate. Finish a fucking season, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, it's too
You
early.
fucking Virgo. Yeah,
Yeah.
you fucking Virgo.
Yeah.
You're getting close. You're getting close to Shlarchey territory of saying he was gonna requesting his own trade in the IOHL main chat. All right?
Well, how about
Take
the
it.
Shlarchey fucking sending me 500 times that he should make the All-Star team 4 years ago?
Shlarchey
I end up
is
making
the
it, though, so
king
it's all right.
of just fucking violently mauling either a chat or a DM to get what he wants. Man has the patience
it
level.
works.
It ties into his gameplay too, because the man has 0 patience level at all.
Yeah, I agree.
And then I have to deal with this fucking dipshit Haxby just being a goddamn cheesecake every goddamn game.
What I do, other
Imagine
than
being a
put up the
cheesecake.
most points tonight.
You either don't show up or you just fucking cheesecake your way through the whole game.
What do you mean? I let our team.
The first week you refused to shoot. And then
Tonight
today you decided to shoot in the second game and you couldn't score.
Yeah.
The one game we actually wanted you to score, you couldn't do it.
The one game I wanted to score and I couldn't.
Yeah.
Man had 2 breakaways and missed both on Golden Aces. So Golden Aces is his dad.
I also called every face-off play that worked, and somehow we didn't score. It made no sense.
Well,
yeah. Honestly, bad things happen to good people. I'm literally built different. If I wanted to, I'd lead this league in goals, assists, points, plus minus shots, and boners.
I mean, can you want to? Like, asking
I don't
for a
want
friend,
to.
Can you
I'm
make
waiting.
me want to?
I'm waiting for playoffs so I can win the Conn Smythe. That's all.
Oh, all right. Okay. All right. We can go into stats now. That was the extent of my questions. Nobody else said anything else.
Well, stats. We have young Shlarchey. It's 52, leading league in points, leading league in goals with 19, leading league in 33. And not in the top 15 in shots too, which I love.
Yeah, you like the 18 shots, 19 goals?
Yeah. I want to know what his force passes across the crease is per 60.
I don't think I can look at my giveaways.
Per 60.
What's his force pass across the fucking crease per 60?
It's gotta be 100 for 100.
We can't let Haxby back into more pods because I can barely make it through a fucking game and party chat with this kid in the fucking
What do you mean? You asked me to join.
I didn't. I said I had to record a podcast. You're like,
you asked me to join. You asked
me
to join. You asked me to join.
Out of your mind. Out of your fucking mind, Haxby.
So all you gotta do, you gotta every time we have one, you gotta just send the link to him, and if he decides to click it or stumbles
upon it, why wouldn't you want Haxby in randomly?
Why wouldn't you want me in?
Yeah, he's gonna be popping in mid podcast drunk.
We're just gonna have Haxby as a fucking like a supplemental media host that just joins in whenever the fuck he's hammered and feels like it.
Fucking 15, no, like a 30.
That's like how I should be in the Hall of Fame for UHL.
Dude, then I have like a 30-second Haxby recaps the
rant
segment.
Haxby's just gonna come in with a bottle of rosé and be like, "Listen, I played Ottawa tonight. They fucking suck."
If I'm drinking wine, it's Moscato. Relax. I already know, idiot. That's not even me.
Christ.
Why wouldn't you want me in here again? Ridiculous. You need more personality when there's no fucking Vrana.
This is honestly true though. Vrana doesn't he doesn't add much content wise. He's just fucking here and just does dumb shit while everybody else is talking. Like he just falls asleep midstream.
Did dumb shit? What I do? I comment on things that are being talked about.
It's he can have stuff bounced off him a lot, which adds a little entertainment value. Plus, like the past 2 I've been bone sober, and I think you have too. So it's been rough.
The last one I only had like 2-3 beers. I am pounding right now though.
Cheers.
Yeah, if I had some today, I would be drinking, but I might have.
Shlarchey, you've never drank in your life.
Okay, dude.
You drink apple juices all the juice.
Yeah, apple juice is fire. I mean, shit.
It's not fire.
Exactly.
This Posh is dead.
So what I'm saying
is
for next week, I'm gonna invest myself into the league, and I'm gonna actually provide some content.
Okay. We might need to make Haxby a media advisor. I don't know about media.
I think it would be perfect to have just like fucking just constantly you uploading like a Snapchat about the league. Like every one a day of just someone in the league or one person or a team, and just fucking post it in media news. Just
be like, this guy fucking sucks.
Are we doing a fucking league Snapchat?
I mean, I'm down.
Just a 10-second roast, fucking every day.
It's about something fucking different.
Yeah, like a Sean Avery little video, like just going at somebody.
Oh my god! If we could actually get Sean Avery on the podcast, that would actually be fucking top.
I watched his old one with I think it was fucking. Who was that?
Sean Avery. Oh, that moron.
Yeah, the guy who played AHL.
Who is that guy, and why has he existed forever? He's never been off. But
know.
Who is he?
I don't know, dude.
He's
been in
always
the A
like the most
forever.
average player.
Yeah.
He literally is the most average player, but he
I'll
is like
find him.
such.
Have you guys?
He's
ever
the
been on a
epitome
team with-
of average player.
Have you guys ever been on a team with him though?
No,
no.
I haven't.
No.
Okay.
Because
So
my
listen,
team, I put him on my draft list one year.
Haxby, you would fucking die laughing from this kid. He had like a massive overbite, got full jaw surgery to get it back in place. He used to post videos of him singing
Yeah.
all the time in the chat. And
But I'm gonna trade for him right now because I'm becoming ADM.
dude, I'm telling you, the kid's fucking hilarious. It's the most ridiculous life in the world.
I've
I know
talked to him
he's
a
the
bunch.
biggest troll because like everything he says is like Paddleite, like biggest troll.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like everything he says, you take with a grain of salt.
But like
first of all, he's
90% of the stuff is actually legit. Like he would send us pictures of all the shit and him.
No, honestly, he is one of the fucking nicest and funniest kids on the planet. Like he is nice as shit to you.
He'll roast me, and I'll be like, "This guy's not actually roasting me," because like I've never roasted this.
No, as long as you don't take it personal, like he'll never mean it personally.
Yeah, I figured that.
Here
I figured it.
Here actually is. I mean, you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but who's your favorite fucking locker room guy? It doesn't have to be on your team, but it could be like just a guy you want to shout out from beforehand that you've had. I mean, yeah.
It's you.
Me?
That's you fucking prick.
That's so cute.
I love Haxby so much.
It's you, and if it could be me, obviously it'd be me. But like it can't. And you're a close second-ish.
All right.
Who else on our team? It's definitely no one else.
Honestly, dope swag yellow is probably the fucking.
Actually, our team's pretty swag for fucking like good shit, good content, you know.
Dope swag, like you had like Haxby. I think you only been in a party with like dope swag yellow is probably my lead off. Besides Haxby, because Haxby's just quality content, but he doesn't really post much. But dope swag yellow is one of the funniest fucking kids on the planet.
Yeah, we don't have any on Toronto.
We got.
No one
is our management not like super serious? I feel like fucking Dempsey's kind
of a troll.
Are, like,
Earth,
serious.
Yeah, Earth can be kind of serious, but
I mean, I always knew from IOHL that they're like good management because they like bring good or shitty players to like cup finals.
Oh yeah,
but like never talked to them really. They never gave me a problem really though either. So like that's why I respect them.
Yeah. Tribe, anybody you want to shout out? I mean, you actually, that's a good segment. I mean, I don't want to get this too long. I think we've gone for about an hour now. You just took over Ottawa.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I mean, you didn't take over, but you're managing.
Yeah. So, I mean, dude, I got moved there and I literally only knew one person, CNS's brother. But I like immediately had to play a game, dude, like right after joining the team. And I hopped at a party and there was like 7 of them in there. They're like some of the nicest guys, dude.
I do want to quickly say I didn't want Tribe to be moved from Chicago. I was actually supremely depressed.
Fake, bro.
A lot of people were supremely depressed that Tribe left Chicago.
But yeah, so these guys, they're just like, dude, I've never like hopped in a party and like was kicking it with like nicer people. And I don't mean that in a sense of like, oh, these are like all of them are people I'd hang out in real life with. But I mean like good, genuine guys that like just seemed like they, you know, didn't have much time to own and like, you know, just weren't necessarily like that knowledgeable about some players and stuff. And dude, my end game is like, yeah, I could trade request out and fucking like be on a better team, but like I don't care, man. I just want to help these guys out and fucking why not, dude? And help them make the team better, dude. I don't give a shit. Whatever. They're good people.
Just so everybody knows, Tribe is the community fucking nice guy. Just playing for bad teams and still taking management.
But it is him.
Yeah, Tribe is a community nice guy who will take management of the shittiest team and try to help them barely make playoffs just to fucking lose in 4 games.
Like, if I'm going to fucking play in a goddamn league, right, and I get put on a team or there's a team that is, like, borderline close to folding, that doesn't
Well, you may as well fucking take management and try to build it up.
Yeah, like, that doesn't help the league I'm playing in, for real. Like, you know what I mean? So, and then I get, like, displaced in R8 somewhere or whatever the fuck. Fuck that, dude. I don't know. It's just such like the whole like fucking I want to be on a stacked team with fucking 40 people that I love and are great. It's like that's fun, but like I don't know, get the fucking players better so the league gets better. That's all I care about. Fucking.
I'm one of those scumbags.
Yeah, but you're shit, so no one cares.
Okay.
Well, I mean, that's the other thing. It doesn't even matter how stacked your team is. You can still fucking
picked
lose.
Volcom over me. That's all we need to know.
Yeah, because you can be drunk more than him.
I mean, true. I mean, but I do want to shout out like the really good fucking players in the league that have like stood it out on bad teams. I mean, I know like Trash Panda was on Colorado and they didn't do so hot. Now he's on Vegas. I mean, won 1-1 tonight, but like, there's a lot of guys that are really talented in this league that stick around and are not egos. You know, Haxby has said himself. I mean, Haxby ended up on a good team with Chicago, but like Haxby said he'll play for whoever the fuck picks him up. Bro, I know I would play for whoever. Try would play forever. Shlarchey, maybe, I don't fucking know.
Thinking about it, you know who the fucking worst people are? Are the guys that like get drafted high or higher end and are like maybe like third line AHLers, first line CHLers, and that's not something to really. I don't use that to like brag or anything.
Well, they think
they're the people that have more ego usually than a lot of people is because they think they're top class and like.
Well, because it's the first time they get that type of ego.
Yeah,
so
but
now
then
they're like, "Oh, I'm a big line first line."
They're giving trade requests and like this shit's like ridiculous. This team has no hockey IQ, like some bullshit thing, and it's like, dude, grand scheme, you're like, I'll move you. Like, fuck, I don't need you. Get the fuck out of here. Those are the worst people. Because a lot of the times when it's someone really good, for the most part, they're sensible enough to have the conversation with you and understand how leagues work and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and the best thing I could recommend to owners is like, even if you draft shittily, if you end up with one good player, message him and be like, "Hey, do you know anybody good? Can you bring them into the league? Do you know anybody good in this league that I should trade for?" Anytime, like when I met last own in IOHL, I took AG and I messaged AG and I was like, "Who do you want?" And it didn't matter because AG was like, "I don't give a fuck, just draft whoever." And I was like, "All right, well, not much of a help." But like even. It doesn't matter in that scenario compared to other scenarios. Like, message your top fucking player and be like, who do you want to play with them? Even if you don't draft the best guy, if you put them with guys they have chemistry with, a lot of times chemistry can beat talent. You can put fucking. I mean, I don't want to pick out any teams, but like I've played against lines that have put out like 6 fucking NHLers and they lose because you're just throwing good guys together on a line and they don't have chemistry. You put 3 forwards together, if each one of them wants to be a primary puck carrier, the line's going to fucking fail because nobody wants to pass. So, like, you can only do so much.
A couple times in Toronto, we definitely had, like, such better players than the other team, but we just haven't ever played with each other, so, like, we're going to lose against those teams. I hope we'll figure it out by the end, but, like, yeah, Pittsburgh tonight, they surprised me.
That's another good team.
They pummeled game 2, 8-2, and we had like one of our decent lineups. Considering people were drunk and stuff, but still, like, like they played good. They had great chemistry, and like none of them like did anything like super, but like they made the simple play and it ended up working for them.
Well, and that's the thing. Like honestly, I mean, I don't want to like insult your team, Shlarchey, but we played your line with you guys had Volcom, Schlemko.
Yeah.
And Sty, and we beat you guys with, honestly, like, I no disrespect to my team, like, with worse players, but we just played a more simple style of gameplay where you guys were looking for all the big flashy plays or stretch plays or, the cross creases or 3-way passing plays, and sometimes that shit fucks you. Like, that's the problem you get with, talented players is they want to do the shit that they do with their NHLers or their sweaty ass teammates that they usually play with, and then it fucks you in the long run.
Yeah, all 3 of those players are like scorers, right? So like, yeah, we had to trade Sty for a center, and we ended up doing that. We got the known as Dub or Quacker, I think it's pronounced.
You got known as Dub.
You got fucking Bergie, who's butt cheeks.
And he's actually a defensive center, and that's gonna be a lot better. There's not many defensive centers in this league, and like every single one wants to score.
I'm the best one here.
And when Haxby is the best center, then it's over
Honestly,
for this league.
it's tough because I'm the best at every position.
Yeah.
Steven,
So
all
embarrassing.
right,
Other than goalie,
okay.
You're right.
Finish a breakaway and then we'll come back to you.
Yeah,
Show up for the
that's the
game.
weird part. I still put up points per game, and I don't score on breakaways.
I had to deal with Haxby the entire first week, refusing to shoot because he wanted to lead assists.
Yeah, I saw that in the main chat. He was like, Haxby's not shooting.
Such a cunt.
How many
No,
assists you
my
got?
entire first week, our
I
first
don't even
line,
know. But
our line the first
fucking
week was
shots off.
fucking Kuzi, Dope Swag Yellow, Haxby, me and Cav. Cav, we've rotated back to lefty because now we got Senf and we have a good mixed match of lefties and righties. But like I literally had Cav fucking trolling just to go for hits. I had Haxby just fucking not refusing to shoot. I had Dope refusing to pass and only shoot. And then I had Steven
I was like,
saying,
pass me so I could
yeah,
pass
we
it
had
back.
2-on-1s with fucking Haxby and Dope, which we all knew was going to happen anyway, because it was going to be a fucking pass shoot, no matter what. And then I have Steven yelling in the fucking party chat, wait, hold up, I need a pass back so I get a point.
It was actually a weird.
And then the management group's losing their shit because we're trolling.
Dude, the way I found out that you were only passing and he was only shooting is because we did stats last week, and I was going down that roster and I was like, oh, it's weird. Haxby has no goals input, and then I was like, Dope one, and I was like, and Dope has like fucking six. Like,
he has like 16 goals right now.
Yeah, and like 3 assists or some shit, and then you're like, oh yeah, that's because one refuses to pass, the other refuses to fucking...
I'm pretty sure I have 4
and then we just
goals
have Kuzi playing a 6'4",
like
210
9
power
shots.
forward build because he thinks he's Kirby Doc. He makes a build each week and based off a player in the league and tries to play it, and then says, "Hold up, I'm not in the play. Send me a pass."
One. I'm gonna call his next play if he plays with me, or his next build.
It's probably gonna go Elias Pettersson or some dumb shit.
No, it's gonna be Brian Nugent Hopkins.
Oh, all right.
Someone that can skate but can play both ends of the ice.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
All I need. And then I can just force it everywhere.
I don't know. Does anybody have any tribe or anything else you want to include?
No, not really. I think something that I was thinking about like earlier on the lead up is like I hope like with the success of this season we start seeing like a lot more familiar faces come back that we like know play in these type of leagues and have sort of been like friends with us for a long time. I know there's a lot that are sort of sitting on the outskirts because I think it's because they didn't think it would succeed or don't have time. But dude, hopefully we get this first good season and like the praise sort of builds out and like a lot of the people that like we sort of miss fucking, come back,
I'd like to see all those guys too back.
Yeah, I mean, like you obviously
I'll bring
like
back everyone I can, bro.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sweaters.
Except fucking Canadian Bacon. He's banned forever.
Please God, no. I don't think he has
Unless
any
he
more...
pays me.
That's right.
Can we get Spinelli as an owner?
I was about to say, I could call him up right now, get him to FaceTime with this.
Let's Spin in here. Oh my God, we need to get Spin in here, not even just for the league, just for fun.
Just do stats for Toronto.
I don't think I really have anything else. So, I mean, thanks to Shlarchey and Haxby for joining us. This was definitely, I think, Jesus Christ. I think this is definitely one of our more entertaining podcasts. So, thanks to you guys for joining us. I don't really have any more questions. I mean, we'll be happy to have you guys. Well, I mean, Haxby's just going to get an open invite to every fucking podcast from now on just because I know he wants to join in and be hammered. But for everybody watching, I mean, we constantly want guests. We want people to join in. So, I mean, to preface that, if you're a TC player, don't hit me up and ask me to be on the podcast because you're not going to fucking be on it. I'm sorry. Like, I had to do with all IOHL last season. You're not going to fucking be on it. I'm not going to.
Ask the legends. Look at me. Fucking legend.
Jesus Christ.
Are you just kidding, bro? This guy's on the fucking Discord.
We're always looking for guests. So if you want to hop in, if you're an owner, any team, even if you're the worst team in the league right now, if you want to hop in and be a guest, by all means. If you're a top player in this league, message me and we'll decide if we can work it out. But we're always looking for that. If you have suggestions for segments again, I always do questions or shout outs you want for the pod. hit me up and DM them to me. I put them in a notes list just to shout out. Sometimes we have some funny questions. And Tribe hosts his fucking glizzy hate mail of the week segment. So we will do other ones. Tribe has like a massive list of different shit we're going to do.
Yeah, I think like a big thing is that number one, now these have become fucking midweek affairs, which is like clear to me. And
well, the problem is like we don't have a consistent
Wednesday's
schedule.
a good day for me. Wednesday's a good day for me. I'll join in when I'm sober.
Yeah, but I miss having like a drink on the pod, and these midweek ones just.
We do like to try to do weekends, but like
could run
sometimes...
two. Like first, so instead of just doing one where people can make it, you could do two, like 2 different groups kind of thing, like or whoever can make it on the days.
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm gonna be gone next week, so hopefully Steven will be here. If not, it'll either be up to Tribe to try to lead it off, or do like a bypass and just wait a week. And
I'd probably like most likely next week if he doesn't show up, is I'll write something up. I used to do the shitty reviews in the other league, which was fun, and I'll come up with something fun to fucking.
And I'll hop in if you need or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, when we did IOHL podcast, we had a consistent schedule, but obviously in the summer it's really hard because everybody has shit going on and people want to be out doing stuff. I mean, like
when I say weekend, like, dude, it would have to be almost a Sunday night. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I got weddings, I got fucking all this shit for the rest of the year.
Are you saying that for you or me? Because like that's me too.
Yeah, that's the same shit, right? Exactly. Yeah, it's just the rest of the fucking year.
So I mean. Yeah, we'll try to upload pods when we can, but if we can't upload a pod, at least look for me or Tribe or Kuzi, maybe Kuzi, who fucking knows with that kid, to post like a write up or some shit where like maybe it's a mid season power rankings or top 10 players in the league or players on the rise, players in the fall kind of thing. We'll try to do something each week at least to have some type of media content, but I can't promise a consistent schedule. I tried to promise it last week, but it's just fucking hard with everybody doing shit. So we thank you guys for listening. I know people still have criticisms about the media. It's just hard first year, especially with stats. That's actually really quickly another thing. If you're willing to help out on stats, Sir Mike Knight's the only one doing stats right now. So obviously things have been like inconsistent with standings and stats. If someone's willing to help out, message Golden Aces, message Sir Mike Knight, message any of the staff or founders, and offer your help. Quick shout out to Musalamas. I'm pretty sure he's taking over Detroit. That team's gonna fucking fold regardless because he sucks. But he's a great guy, so I mean it'll be powerful. Haxby's a fucking loser. He just does this shit every time. I'm meant to go play club with his ass.
Oh, you want a club? Let's go.
Club or draft? I don't give a fuck. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining. This was fun. We had a good time.
Thanks for the next time. Do whatever. Thank you to Shlarchey and Haxby for hopping on. Appreciate it.
First.
All right. Signing off. Thanks for showing up, guys. Bye.
Later, boys.